My husband refuses to eat unless the lights are off. Episode 1. Soft night ambiance, crickets, a barking dog far away. Have you ever lived with someone who behaves so strangely you start suspecting they were exchanged at birth? That was exactly how Nora felt about her husband, Okwonga, the only man in the entire village who refused to eat when the lights were on. Yes, you heard right. This man could greet you happily during the day, argue in broad daylight, but once the sun disappeared, boom, he wanted darkness, total darkness, before touching food. It started one windy night. Okwonga came home unusually happy, humming like a man with good news. Nora smiled, set the lamp on, and served his favorite food, hot yam porridge with fried fish. Nora, playfully, "Eat before it gets cold, my husband." Okwonga, stretching, I'm too sleepy tonight. You sleep first, I'll eat later." She looked at him suspiciously, but shrugged. "Fine, don't blame me if rats finish your food." She lay down, the light still on, half watching him through sleepy eyes. When her breathing softened, Okwonga tiptoed across the room like a thief of brightness. He reached the switch, paused, then click. Darkness swallowed the house. Nora stirred slightly, confused, half dreaming. Did the lamp die? Did he blow it off? Her heart fluttered between trust and curiosity. Something felt strange, like the night itself was hiding a secret she wasn't ready to see. Around midnight, Nora woke up craving roasted cassava and maybe one leftover piece of dry fish she'd hidden behind the pot. Nora, sleepy. Let me just check that pot. Small, clink. Before her hand even reached the lid, she heard it. Chink, chink. Spoon meeting plate like a thief and a witness arguing in whispers. Nora, half whisper, half courage. "Wait, who's that eating? Rat, cat, or my destiny?" She tiptoes, floor creaks. She moved closer, heart pounding like local drum practice, only to realize the noise was coming from the corner where her husband sat, in total darkness. Nora, loud whisper. "Okwonga." Chewing stops instantly. Okwonga, trying to sound asleep. Who is that? "Nora, why you walking around like ghost at this time?" Nora, "I should ask you, why are you sitting there like chief of midnight canteen?" Okwonga, "Me? No! I was arranging plates," laughing. "You see, men, when they're caught, the excuses come with confidence. Arranging plates? With chewing sound? Okwonga, ain't. That's how I test if the plates are strong. Talk. See? And what about the pepper smell inside your mouth? That one must be from dream. Maybe I dreamt I was eating pepper soup." Audience laughter sound cue. But Nora wasn't smiling. She reached for the matchbox. "Let me strike small light." Okwonga, suddenly panicking. No, leave it. Don't add light to the night. It will confuse the night." "Eh? Who says things like that? The night will be confused?" She looked at him and thought, this one is either possessed or rehearsing madness slowly. Nora, "Okay, fine. Continue arranging your plates. I'll see you in the morning." Door curtain rustles. She returned to bed but couldn't sleep. She kept hearing chink, chink, slurp. At one point, she even whispered to herself, "Nora," to herself. "Eat, my dear husband. Eat with your darkness. Tomorrow we shall meet in the light." Morning sounds, chickens, baby crying in distance, sweeping broom. By sunrise, she was boiling inside like the porridge on the stove, and just when she needed calm, her friend Amina stormed in like hurricane gossip. Amina, "Mama Nora, you look like thunder with wrapper. What happened?" Nora, "Your brother in foolishness. My husband. That's what happened. He was eating at midnight in the dark and said he was arranging plates." Amina, laughing, "In the dark? Ha! Maybe he eats shyly. Some men can't chew publicly." Nora, "Amina, he panicked when I reached for light. I almost thought he was hiding a girlfriend under the table." Amina, "If it's a girlfriend, she must be slim like broom to fit there." Both laugh. Before their laughter could cool down, Mama Kato, the professional nosy neighbor, appeared at the gate. Mama Kato. Ehen, I heard spoons fighting at midnight. Nora, who won? Nora. Mama Kato, it's not your concern. Mama Kato. Everything in this compound concerns me. You see, when my first husband refused to eat with light, later we discovered he was eating double portions for his invisible twin. Be careful. Amina laughs uncontrollably. Amina, invisible twin. Mama Kato, please. But Mama Kato wasn't joking. She wagged her finger like a preacher. Mama Kato, if he tries it again, turn the light on. Darkness hides nonsense. Nora, don't worry, Mama Kato. Tonight the lamp will see what my eyes have been guessing. Evening showdown, evening ambiance, frogs, distant drumming. When night fell, the air in their hut was heavy with yam porridge and tension. Okwonga entered humming off-key, pretending all was well. Okwonga. This food smells good. You cooked with love today. Nora. Yes, love, suspicion, and kerosene. Sit. Chair scrapes. Okwonga. Softly. And maybe we turn off the lamp before we start? You know. Nora. No, today we eat like humans with faces. Okwonga. Sighs dramatically. Why must you always oppose atmosphere? Nora. Because atmosphere doesn't lie. They sat across the table, steam rising from the food like an open secret. Nora's eyes followed Okwonga's every movement. His hands fidgeted, his smile too soft to trust. Okwonga, teasing. Ah, my heart, this food could wake the dead. You must have cooked it with love, Nora, firmly. Then eat that love. But Okwonga laughed nervously, rubbing his palms together. Let me just tell you something first. And off he went again. Stories upon stories. How he saw twins at the market, how he'd build her a big house with shiny tiles, how they'd travel to town for roasted meat. Nora smiled faintly, distracted by his charm, until she noticed his spoon still spotless. Nora. You're still not eating? Okwonga, stretching. Ah, the smell alone is filling. I'll eat later, my queen. Sighing, Nora covered the food and went to bed beside him. The lamp glowed softly. Moments later, Okwonga peeked at her, still, breathing deep, asleep. Slowly, he lifted the blanket, crept out, and tiptoed to the table. The lid lifted with a hiss. Steam rose again. He served himself quickly, glancing toward the bedroom with every bite. But halfway through his secret meal, Nora's hand brushed the empty space beside her. Her eyes blinked open, hazy with sleep. She heard faint chewing, the metallic scrape of spoon on plate. She rose slowly, her heart hammering. Each step was careful, her hand reaching toward the wall switch. Okwonga froze, spoon mid-air. Okwonga, pleading whisper. Please, Nora, my one and only. Don't switch the lights on, please. The room held its breath. The air thickened with secrets and stew. And Nora's trembling hand hovered over the switch, one click away from truth. Nora, sudden. Okwonga, why can't you eat when there's light? Okwonga, because light makes the food shy. Oh, really? So, food has feelings now? Okwonga, everything that enters stomach should enter respectfully. You think you're wise, but you're just dramatic. Okwonga, then marry a dull man next life. They glared at each other in darkness like two goats competing for one cassava leaf. Nora, sarcastic, if I switch on the light, will you die? Okwonga, maybe. Good. At least you'll die with full stomach. She grabbed the switch. He froze. Okwonga, pleading. Nora, please, leave the light off, I beg you. Nora, mocking. You're begging light now? Should we bury the bulb too? Okwonga, I just don't want to see what you'll see. Ah, that statement right there, it built one kind of thunder in her heart. Nora, whispers, then I must see it. Nora hit the switch, click, but nothing happened. The house sank into thick darkness. Nora, furious. Eh? So power has gone and now you can hide, eh? Okwonga, what are you doing there? Okwonga, panicking. Ah! I'm not doing anything bad, my wife. I was just, checking something small. My wife. You misunderstand. I wasn't eating, Nora, snapping. Checking what? At midnight? With plate and spoon as witnesses? Okwonga, shouting nervously. No, it's the rat. That useless rat that keeps drumming on the saucepan. I came to set a trap. Nora, mocking. Aha! So now you set rat traps with stew. You're the first man to bait rodents with goat meat. Okwonga, defensive. It's strategic warfare, woman. You wouldn't understand military tactics. Nora, whispers. Then I must see it. She got the lamp, grubbed the matchbox. Sound. Match strikes once. Fails. Then again. Whoosh. The lamp came alive, bright and impatient, pushing shadows to the corners. Okwonga's face tightened like someone chewing guilt. Nora, slowly. Look at me. Okwonga, low voice. It's nothing, I swear. Nora. Then why are your hands shaking? Okwonga. Because the stew is spicy. Nora. Your plate is empty, Okwonga. Short silence, thick with suspense. She stepped closer, raised the lamp, and pointed it at the table. Nora, gasped. Ah, what did she see under that light? You'll find out in episode 2. Make sure you subscribe before your own husband starts eating in darkness, too.